What's up, guys? Me again, Toby 50 Baits. Today we're gonna make our own holographic swim baits. Sorry about that. And we're gonna do it with this stuff here. Oh, I think Walmart, Hobby Lobby, whatever. I think it's made by Cricket or whatever. When you get this stuff, though, make sure you're getting the stuff that's pretty much transparent, clear through, see-through. That way, some of it has a backing on it, and that stuff's not good because you only get one side of the bait showing. So, get the one that's beaming on both sides. One has a little more color, or a little different color, but either way, I think it's Cricket. I think the name of it, something like that. And I already took the liberty of I put kill dots in. We'll be using a 3.8 inch rip wrap by Angling AI. I put the kill dots in for two reasons. They may push out, I don't know, but I just take a core shot rod, get some plastic, dip it, drop it into the mold where a kill dot on a shed or whatever would be. And then we're just going to place these. I've cut these to length to fit into the mold. And one thing it does is it keeps these pieces from sticking to the side. Because what you don't want is there to be no plastic. That one there is actually a little bit long. I'll just replace it. How about that? You don't want them to be all in the way of the plastic flowing through. So make sure you've got them the right size pretty much. And that stuff's on a roll, so it has a bend to it. And you can use that bend to your advantage to help. And some people have asked me, how do you get that in there and it doesn't affect the hook? I don't know. It's something I played with back in the day. And got it to work. So if you don't go crazy with it, cut it to the length to where it'll fit better. I don't like that one either. Too big. It works better for me that way. And it doesn't stick to the side of the mold. So what you don't want is this being the outside of your bait. So that's why I do the kill dots. It just gives you that space between the mold and this piece of whatever this stuff is called. We'll call it holographic bad film. I don't know. We'll call it something. So all I'm doing is placing them in there. That one might be just a hair long too. Like I said, you don't want them jammed in there. You want them to be able to move a little bit because you want it to. You need sharp scissors with this stuff too. You just don't want it to get stuck to where it's going to stick up against the side of the mold. So I think I've got that one how I want it now. And the kill dots, like I said, the little clump of plastic that I put in there helps hold it away from the side of the mold. So that's pretty much it. And with it being both sides of that film, you only have to put one piece in. So if you put two, it's going to be just more stuff in the way and you're not going to get it to shoot correctly, I don't think. But I could be wrong. But that's just me. So we have it closed up. We have our kill dot. Like I said, just a core shot rod, some black a black colored plastic or whatever. You can shoot this as a two color. I'm just mixed up some plastic, and I put like 2 drops of black just to give it a little charcoal maybe. But it's pretty much going to be clear just to show you the effect that it gives. I like to shoot this with if I'm shooting it in one of my colors, I'll do my 50 Magic top color, and then I'll put clear on the bottom or just something real light so that shows through even better. So with this one, like I said, we're just going to put in, how I get bubbles? Might be the humidity. It's pretty much clear. There's only 2 drops of black in there, and that's it. So the bubbles are up top, thank God, but I'm gonna heat it up again just to let it sort of settle a little bit. So again, we're just going to shoot these with a single color injector. Like I said, you can do dual color laminates, but I was just doing this one as a basic. Just this is how I do it. Make some cool baits, cool effects on the baits, and people have asked how you do it. And you can do this in other baits too. Your ribbed type swim baits don't do as well, but any of your flat side, more flatter baits like the rip wrap, stuff like that, you can do it to those. You can do it to worms. You can do it to all kind of stuff. I don't really see the point in putting them in worms, but if you do, you want to keep it up out of the tail, especially in the swim baits, because it'll affect your action. You know, 90% of the time, your bait anyway, well, the hook's going through is not doing a whole lot of crazy action. It may roll or something. This isn't really going to affect the roll of the bait or anything like that. So keep it away from the tail, because that's where your action is. And as far as getting the hook through, I use the EWGs with the little screw lock on it sometimes. And there's another reason, you know, you don't have to run the hook through the bait. So those work great with these type of baits as well. But I also have ran regular jig heads with the hook going all the way through the swim bait. So it's not a kill-all. Now I sort of wish I went ahead and mixed up some more colors to do it in the way I want it done. But again, this is just to show how I do it. So we're going to shoot it anyway, just a little bit hot, just to make sure the plastic floats around everything. I don't think you really can burn that stuff that quick or easy, so I'm not really worried about that. But the plastic was at 325, which is probably just a little bit hot. Saw a bubble pop up. So it's not anything unusual. We're injecting it the exact same way we normally do. I would, like I said, I've done this and done dual color laminates, but I like, if I do that, I make the bottom either clear or something like this. It just has a hint of that charcoal in it, or something along those lines, or a real light, really light pearl, because you don't want to cover up what we're making here, which is the this color effect coming through your swim bait. Like I said, one side is a little flashier than the other. Hard to get it with the glare and everything, but it's almost a different color. But you still get the flash on both sides, but it is, to me, a little more brilliant on one side than it is the other. But it's still flashy on the other side. So we just shot them like normal, nothing unusual, nothing different. And we're going to rip this plastic off. We're going to put it back in the cup, because that's what I do. Like we talked about before, I save as much plastic as I can, because when it gets down to it, I can remelt them and just chunk them into a open pour mold, and saves plastic, saves money. And again, you see why I got all these pucks laying around here, because eventually they'll be used for something. So we're going to demold it and hope we didn't have any problems, but I ain't expecting any. I say that. Usually I say I'm expecting problems and I don't get them. So see how they're going to come out. They never come out all together. There's always 3 on one side, or 2 and 2, or something like that. So anyway, like I said, they never all 4 come out on one side for me. I'm not that lucky. And again, I did these pretty clear. I don't know why I'm trying to hold them up there like that. Oh. And you have your own, that's going to fall, your own holographic swim baits. See how one side has a different color? Now you can do 2 cuts of that and put 2 in here, but you're asking for more problems, more troubles. Just take them out, it's easier. my glove off. And there is the effect that you will get on these baits. And they sell different colors of this stuff. I'm not real sure what they're called color-wise, but this is the one side that I really like the most. It's like a purple, a blue, a little gold. The other side is more of an orangish looking color. And again, I put the kill dot because number one, I like them in my swim baits anyway, but number two, it holds that plastic away from the edges, and you don't have to worry about all the paper or whatever that's called stuck to the side of the mold. So they just make great holographic baits. And like I said, you can still go in and shoot you your dual color laminate. I'm trying to, it's going to be hard to see that part of it, but I was going to let you see where it's sitting. But this one is sort of sitting, it's just off center. So if you wanted to run a hook through there, you're not going to hurt anything. You can feel it in there. But like I said, most of the time, your action on these baits are from here back. So that's why I cut it to length to come to about right here, because what I'm wanting is that action off that tail. And like I said, you can trick your own baits out, do all kind of craziness with them. And normally, like I said, I shoot a 2-color laminate just like normal, but I would leave the bottom clear or just a little tinted like this is. That's just, like I said, 2 drops of black. Nothing major. I just didn't want it to be clear plastic for no reason. But you see the colors you get. There's some purples, a lot of orange. The orange don't really show in it when you're just looking at it, but that's probably the back side of it. But I'm getting it on both sides. So, but still, you get all the colors depending on which angle you're looking at. Blues, purples, that orange, some green. Just awesome bait, and it still leaves you all your action in your tail. It doesn't affect your action here. So when you see them pretty ones at the store, you can make them yourself. Just another little trick that I do. Like I said, I usually do clear or something like this on the bottom. There's one that didn't. Okay, good. These filled. 3 of them filled, one didn't. Well, I'm going to say it didn't fill. It filled, but the, can you see that? Yeah. That wound up too far to the end. So the plastic didn't go behind it. So I was waiting for a boo-boo, and there it is. There you can see it, I think. Messing up my own. There we go. See, that one didn't do it. Now, if you wanted to, you could add another little piece of plastic, like another little kill dot, or just a little small where you won't even really see it, more towards the back, and it'll hold that piece for you. And man, I mean, it makes awesome colors, awesome baits, man. But that's the boo-boo you will get when you're doing this sometimes, which sucks if you're doing a 2-color laminate. But if you're doing a single like this, no big deal. Tear it apart, take that out of there, and put it back in there, reheat that plastic, shoot it again. Awesome swim baits. And like I said, you can add your own personal touch to it. You can do your own 2-color laminate if you have a swim bait color that you like most or best. Shoot it in your favorite colors. Like I'll do my 5-0 Magic bat. It's basically a light green pumpkin with some light blue flake and blue highlight mixed in. So as you can see, that's how we do them. That's how we make them. Got a little extra plastic on there. That's just from the runner. But great baits. You can make your own. Make them yourself. That stuff is expensive. I know a lot of, well, my daughter used. That's how I found out about it. But she does some little stuff with shirts and everything, and that's how she introduced me to this. I saw it. I was like, that's pretty cool. And well, if I could put it in a bait. And so she cut me off some, like, try it, and that's how it happened. And because I've seen some of those little baits at stores, and I've actually bought them and used them, and I like them. So that is how we make them. If you have any questions, man, hit me up. Like I said, maybe to keep from having that boo-boo, maybe put, you know, your kill dye up front and maybe a small one back here in the back to make sure it's off the side of the mold, which I didn't do there, but I say 75–80% of the time you're going to get a whole bait. I mean, a not messed up bait. Look at my hair, all slinging out. Looking homeless again. So that's it, man. Any questions? I appreciate it. While you're here, man, like, subscribe for me. That way I can bring you more tricks. I was about to say trips. Tricks and things that bait makers use to make awesome baits. That's why the custom small business bait maker gets business. He'll do things that other companies won't for you. Some, not all of them. Some of them are like, hey, you're going to get green pumpkin, that's it. So that's how I do that. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, like and subscribe for me. And as always, let's go catch some fish, man. Y'all have a good day. See you.